Yeah, a really cool opportunity for Tanner to have that chance, and showed his preparation that he's gone through each and every week throughout this season, and that's the fun and challenging aspect of being a backup quarterback, because you never know when your opportunity is going to present itself, and for him to take advantage of it, obviously you can tell by the response of everyone's fired up for him.
Throughout the year, are you able to evaluate him, even though he's not really running your offense?
You do your best. I think Nick does an awesome job with the schedule, giving a lot of developmental opportunities for guys throughout the roster, not just the quarterback position, but where even in walkthrough settings where we can have them practice plays that are in the game plan and kind of put them in those situations and steal some good on good as far as developmental guys competing, sometimes on certain days of the week. And so all those opportunities count, and those guys take advantage of them.
As a former backup quarterback, was that the dream performance for a backup quarterback?
Not a bad stat line there for Tanner. I thought at the end of the day for Kenny and Tanner to prepare and put themselves in position to be successful this past Sunday, I thought they both did an excellent job.
How much your most impressive part of Saquon's season to you?
I think Saquon, I think obviously, the consistency that he plays with is obviously incredible. And, I think he's an A-plus teammate. He's one of the all-time best I've ever been around. And, I think the whole group really embraced him.
How much of your postseason planning is done at this point in terms of what would eventually fuel your game plans?
For postseason games? I think right now we're focused on the Giants. Obviously, as we go through this, you're constantly in kind of self-scout mode. And so as the week progresses, obviously, naturally your eyes are starting to, some of the preparation work of who may be the opponents. A lot of that's more on position coaches and whatnot as we prepare for this game. And then, we'll just make the adjustments as we go.
Why is Saquon one of the best teammates you've ever been around?
I think I think he just has tons of fun. Brings a smile to everyone's face. I think just the way he, plays the game. I think guys have a ton of fun playing with him, and I think the teammate that he is what makes him really special. There's times where Kenny makes a play and gets it down the red zone, and the number one guy who wants Kenny to score is Saquon, and that's real and that's authentic, and that's everything that Saquon's about. And so, it's been fun to be around him.
If the starters don't play on Sunday, what's the most important aspect of practice that week from your standpoint?
Yeah, I think this week's really about the Giants, just focusing on that, and obviously we'll let the week play itself out. We're not there yet as far as how this whole thing will go down, but as you go through it, you understand that there's a lot of different circumstances, but we want to prepare the best way we can for this week for the Giants. Whoever ends up playing, if it's starters, it's starters. If it's backup, it's backups. You put together a good plan, and we'll be excited to go play.
There seems to be such a. Do you change that as once you figure out like if the starters are playing or if the backups are playing, like how you prepare, for certain guys, obviously?
Yeah, prepare very similar to a traditional week, and obviously we understand that if adjustments are made, adjustments may need to be made within the game plan as far as having those contingencies if some adjustments are made roster-wise, and so we'll just let this thing play out. I think that's the big part of it, is just be flexible with the game plan, and we'll see where it takes us.
How special is the relationship between Saquon and the O-line? It seems like they work together so well on the field. They're super close off the field. Saquon's always given them credit. You can't talk to him without him mentioning them. Just the way they all work together.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes this whole group special. Is I think this team is very well connected, very much enjoying everyone else's successes, and so that's what makes this group special. It makes it really fun. Certainly the O-line and Saquon are great examples, but throughout this team, you see guys each and every week, celebrating other people. When AJ makes big plays, Smitty's celebrating him. Then Smitty makes a couple plays. AJ's right there with them. Jalen's right there with those guys when they make plays, and so it's a really cool group.
Something Nick has spoken about in the past is preparing his assistants to become head coaches, right, and kind of cluing them in on the decisions that come across his desk. What's something you've learned about that role working with Nick this year that maybe you did not know in the past, or that is more highlighted this year?
Nick just does an excellent job each and every week preparing the team. I think his messaging is excellent. It's really awesome, just the way he leads our team, and he does an excellent job throughout the week just preparing us and putting ourselves in situations. And when Nick does an excellent job, especially for him and I, as far as our roles, just teaming up, when we go through game plan processes and also situational football, just because there's so much situations that come up throughout each and every week, and there's things that come up throughout the season across the NFL. and he just does such an awesome job of us being able to go through those weeks each and every week as a staff, as sometimes just myself, him, John, Kevin, some of the situational football guys, just going through all the different things that come up throughout this league, because there's just as many times you prepare, there's going to be something every week in the NFL that you haven't maybe fully discussed, or maybe there's like a contingency that may be an adjustment to an original plan, and so he does an awesome job just continuing to prepare and evolve that way.
The moment that Saquon got the moment that Saquon got the 2A, I think you were one of the first people up to congratulate him. What was that moment like from your perspective as Nick called timeout and everybody sort of huddled around him?
Really cool opportunity. So many people are a part of that thing, as Saquon's certainly embraced. I think the guys really wanted to get to that opportunity, and so for that drive, we ran the ball almost exclusively, and I think guys were finishing and taking care of business, and so it was a really cool moment.
With Saquon so near to Dickerson's record right now, I'm curious from your perspective, as someone who holds records in college, how important are those to you looking back in your career, and what do you think kind of goes into that significance for a player who's near it and may not have the opportunity to do it?
Certainly, there's a lot of records in sports. There's a lot of opportunities for all of our guys to accomplish certain things, and they understand that there's ultimately big goals that everyone has aspirations for collectively, and so those things a lot of times take care of themselves. They present themselves, and if you just keep playing really good football, more opportunities will present themselves, and so certainly what Saquon's done this year and our group collectively has been really, really special. We'll see how this week plays out, and I think our guys would embrace whatever the outcome ultimately becomes.
When it comes to team goals versus individual goals, how is this franchise different than others that you've been in, or what is the philosophy when it comes to that?
That's a great question. I think at the end of the day, this group, what makes this group really special is just the element of everyone embracing, every other person's opportunity except for their own. And I think that's what's really cool about this group. They embrace each other. They understand we play in, a lot of different games, a lot of different styles. Sometimes we just grind it out and maybe the pass opportunities aren't there as much. And then maybe, another week we end up throwing the ball a number of times. And so the guys collectively embrace each other, embrace the opportunity. Everyone kind of understands ultimately where the ultimate goal is, but also that, if you just stick with this path with this group, good things are going to happen to you individually as well.
Did you feel some added pressure on that drive to help Saquon get over, do you think?
Certainly we wanted to run the football, objectively, certainly for Saquon, but also for the circumstance of the game. It was going to be all right, let's grind this thing out. It's fourth quarter. We got an opportunity to kind of take advantage of being in kind of that grinded out mode. And so our guys were all on the same page. They were ready to roll.
Did you get a golf cart?
No.
When Kenny was in there, obviously he had a full week to prepare, unlike the week before in Washington. Were you able to see like a big difference in the way he played compared to, obviously the first time against Washington?
I thought Kenny did an excellent job. I thought he did a really good job. There's a lot of things that go into the position as far as the run game mechanics and some of the protection stuff. I thought he did a really, really good job. Made just some really good decisions. Obviously, we started a little bit slow, unfortunately, and so I got to do a better job there. But I thought he got in the groove and he did some big time plays. I thought the move and getting the ball out to Grant, big time catch by Grant. The red zone, the throw to Smitty with the protection adjustment and all the things that he did within that play was excellent. And then to score and make that throw to Smitty right before half was a big time throw. Big time throw. There's trust. There's anticipation with that throw. I thought Kane did a really good job.